Choosing the right substrate for a mosaic is critical. If you don't choose the right substrate, then the mosaic will fail. One of the golden rules in the mosaic industry is don't use wood outside, because wood is prone to humidity. And what happens is the wood will swell and the grout will crack and the test will fall off. Doesn't matter how well sealed it is for outside, its longevity is not that good. There are better substrates to use for outside. So what I've got here is a few substrates that I've chosen, and I thought I would go through those with you very quickly. Now just be aware that overseas we'll have different substrates and possibly different names to the substrates that I have here, or maybe similar products. So one of the substrates that I use and that you can use inside is MDF. Now this is fine to use. I seal my MDF. Any wood I have, I seal. And that is to stop the humidity from getting into it. Inside you're pretty well fine, you know, but it is best to seal them for protection. However, in some cases people use these inside and don't seal them. I do seal them, but that's a personal choice. Marine ply. I still seal marine ply. Marine ply is more durable than MDF, but it's also more expensive. So I still seal the marine ply. Again, some people don't for inside. They will just put the tessera straight onto it, but I seal it. Wall tile or floor tile is also very good to use outside. When I suggest this to people, I tell them to adhere to the back of the tile, and the reason being is that it's rough, and so it gives the tess and the adhesive more to adhere to. And once that's adhered to and it's finished, it looks lovely. The back is also nice and clean because it's nice and smooth. Another one is Marmox board. Now Marmox is available in Australia and I think New Zealand, but a similar product to this overseas would be Weedy board. I don't think it's identical, but it's very similar. Now Weedy board or Marmox board is very light to use and is suitable for inside and outside. There are certainly requirements that you need to take into consideration because the sides of it have to be protected, because it's like a styrene center, so you need to protect that. That's the weakest part of Marmox board or Weedy board, is the sides. And you can use a alkaline resistant mesh tape, adhesive mesh tape, to go along the outside, and you can also use Thinset, a coat of Thinset, and that will also protect it. You can also tile to the outside of it. You can also put in a frame. The thing about this is that you need to put your hangers on before mosaicing on it, because the hangers need to go all the way through. Because it has a styrene center, you need the hangers to go all the way through. So if you were to adhere your mosaic to this, it will be extremely difficult, unless you use adhesive, which I don't like to adhere any of my hangers on the back with adhesive. It will be very difficult to make this hang if you haven't put your hangers through first. So it's imperative, if you're going to use that, make sure the hangers go on it first. The other thing you can also use is cement sheet. Now cement sheet is great for outside. It is heavier, but it is good to use outside, and I seal the outside of the cement sheet as well. Now when I seal products, I seal the outside all over, including the sides, because moisture can get in from the sides. So that's what I do. I seal the outsides, including the sides. So that's just a few of the substrates. There is also, for overseas, there's Laticrete Hydroban board. There's lots of different things available. So just make sure it's going to suit the environment on where it's going and what you're going to adhere to it. Just a quick note on sealants. When I use a sealant on my wooden substrates, I like to use a combination of Weld-Bond and water. 1 part of Weld-Bond to 5 parts of water. I stir it all up, and then I apply it liberally over the front, back and sides with a paintbrush. I like it to soak into the actual substrate to protect it. Now, there are other sealants in the marketplace. Another one I like is Laticrete Hydroban. Now, Laticrete Hydroban is a waterproofing membrane, and it's been around for many, many years. Now it's also used for holding drinking water. So I like to use that for things like my bird baths, my concrete and terracotta bird baths. The only thing is, which is not a bad thing, it's just different, is that it doesn't dry clear. But what it does do is it changes into a different colour green. So therefore you know that it's ready for another application. It's a great idea, and it's great for things like bird baths, terracotta, concrete. There are many other sealants on the market. It depends on what country you live in as to the names of them and what's available. So they're just a couple of the ones I use, but what I suggest you do is go online, do some research and find out which ones are going to be best to suit the substrate that you're going to be using it on and the environment it's going to be used in. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you did, have a look at the other ones in the series starting in mosaics. Thank you for watching.